Hello chess lovers, I have a brilliant taking game for you played by Sergey Karjakin against Vasily Malinin. The game was played in 2002 in Sudak, and at that time Karjakin was only 12 years old. His rating was 25-23 and his opponent's rating was 24-33. Karjakin had white pieces and he started with e4, knight c6 by Malinin, d4, e5, and after knight f3 the game is transformed into a Scotch game. E takes d4, knight takes d4. Usually in this position black is playing bishop c5 or knight f6 or bishop b4 check, but we see a rare continuation, queen h4. The queen is targeting the pawn on e4, knight c3, bishop b4 pinning the knight, and still there is this threat of queen takes e4. But now white is playing bishop e2, a very provocative move, but of course now capturing on e4 can be very dangerous. For example, if queen takes e4, then knight b5 can be very unpleasant. And after the exchange on c3, black should play king d8, which is a very unpleasant choice for black. Let's go back after bishop e2, that's why black played knight f6, but actually capturing on c3 and then playing a6, preventing any knight b5 moves, and then developing the knight would have been better. But instead after bishop e2 we see knight f6, and white is simply castling kingside. Bishop takes c3, and instead of recapturing, Karjakin played a powerful move. He placed the knight on f5 square, forking the queen and the pawn on g7. Queen takes e4, but now comes the bishop d3, queen g4, f3. White is simply chasing black queen, queen a4 and b takes c3. Well, actually capturing on g7 and then capturing on c3 was also playable. And if a move like king takes g7, then a similar variation we will see in the game. Let's go back. After queen a4 we see b takes c3, black castles kingside, and now comes a beautiful tactical shot by Karjakin, knight takes g7. White is sacrificing a piece in order to rip open black's kingside and target this poor king. King takes g7, but this is not enough. Here comes another brilliant move, bishop h6 check. White is just luring away black king from the fortress in order to target black king and checkmate. Black accepted the sacrifice and captured on h6. Well, if king h8, then simply bishop takes f8, or if a move like king g8, then queen d2 can be very unpleasant. If queen h4 covering the g5 square, then simply bishop g5, and after queen h5, bishop takes f6. This is going to be a very dangerous position for black. White has a huge advantage and a very dangerous attack. Let's go back. After bishop h6 check we see king takes h6. Now comes the queen d2 check, king h5. Well, if king g7, then this can lead to a forced mate. White can play queen g5 check and then capture on f6, again queen g5 check and queen h6 with a double threat, and it's over. Black king is getting checkmated. That's why black played king h5, but now this is becoming more and more dangerous. g4 check, knight takes g4, f takes g4 check, queen takes g4, king h1. d6, trying to activate his pieces, somehow protect the king, but now comes another powerful move by Karjakin, rook f6 with a direct threat, rook h6 checkmate, queen g5, bishop e2 check, bishop g4. Well, if a move like king h4, then rook h6 check and then queen takes h6 checkmate. That's why Malinin played bishop g4, but after bishop takes g4, black resigned. Now if queen takes g4, then rook h6 checkmate, or if a move like king h4, then queen f2 check, and then rook g1 check, and again soon black king is getting checkmated. That's why, as I've already mentioned, after bishop takes g4, Malinin resigned. What a game! Karjakin sacrificed two pieces, started a very dangerous king hunt and forced his opponent to resign. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave your comments. Good luck!